guys, welcome back to the channel. Gonna do a display update. Got a lot of new things going on. It's been a while since my last update, so there should be quite a few different things. So one being this bin sight here. Remember in the last update video, I said I was gonna add a bigger dryer, and if I did that, I wanted to add another leg and some other things. So basically, before it was the pit, one leg, and these 4 bins here. I had a dryer, a smaller dryer, and the holding bin, wet holding bin. And I wanted a leg dedicated just for the dryer and basically the wet corn, to handle the wet corn. So I had one in the storage bin, and I pulled it out and painted it. And so this leg here will feed into the dryer, and when the dryer's full, it will switch the diverter. I call them diverter, some people call them consigners, but it will switch it to the wet bin, fill it up, and that'll be the storage for that. So then the other leg is just for dry corn, and it will feed into this bin, and it can be conveyed all the way over to this bin. And I've added 2 new bins here, so that leg can also feed into this row. I've added a drag conveyor up here, and there's room for 1 or 2 more bins over here in the future. And also something I might do later on down the road is I might get rid of these smaller bins, add 2 or 3 more larger bins, but that'd be down the road. So before, all these bins had unloads on this side, and we'd set an auger up and unload right here. Well, I switched, since we have the 2 legs now and everything a little more automated. I basically just turned the bins around, and they will all unload into this drag here. I'm waiting on a couple of unloads for this one and this one. They're back ordered, so yeah, waiting on those, but other than that, it's pretty well done. But anyway, all the bins will unload into drag. That drag will dump into this drag here, which will feed the leg. And I added this overhead hopper. Get a better angle over here, so we could fill that up, and trucks can pull in and not have to wait as long to get loaded up. And I think makes it look a little cleaner, and there's a little less setup time just to haul grain. Yeah, here's a shot of the pit. I've got two drags going to each leg. Oops. Or 1 drag going to each leg, I guess. And here's the dryer upgrade, I guess. It's a double stack. There's an auger underneath the wet bin here that will feed into the top of the dryer, and the dryer will unload into that drag there and over to the leg, and it will go up the leg into the bins that way. One other thing, or a couple other things I'd like to add eventually, is maybe some drive motors up on these drag chains. Need to do some looking, see if I can find some 3D printed ones or something that give these conveyors a little more detail. Yeah, and then I'd like to eventually add like a catwalk or ladder up the legs here, or the platform. Give that a little more detail, and probably a ladder and platform for the wet holding bin as well. So I think that's about it for that. Added some pieces here, new equipment. If you follow my Instagram and Facebook, you've probably already seen all this, but I kind of like to do a video every now and then just to combine it all. Let's see, I don't know if there's anything. Nothing real new in there yet. I'll get back to something in there here in a minute. Get these roofs on. Nothing new in the lean-to. I did turn the lean-to. It was going this way, and I thought it kind of fit better going the other way there. I don't know. Maybe a tornado picked it up, turned it around for us. Here's a new piece. I built a new truck here. This is a 351 Peterbilt. I think it's 351. I think it's from Top Shelf Replicas. And I put a new bumper on it. And bigger stacks. Added the headache rack, airlines. It had a sleeper. I took the sleeper off. And I think that is it that I did to it. And then added this backhoe and blowboy. This is just an old Ertl John Deere, what is it, 690 DLC, okay? And just made it look old and rough, and see some scrape marks back there, and kind of polished up the bucket. Put a lot of paint down there where hydraulic leaks have been, and hard to clean areas. And this low boy here, this is I don't know, first gear DCP or whatever. And I wanted, you know, a farm like this doesn't need a brand new fancy low boy. You know, all it's gonna do is be pulling a backhoe around, or maybe occasionally a tractor to a tractor show or something. But anyway, I like this one. It was kind of an older model. It's got the 5-spoke, or I guess those are 6-spoke wheels. And yeah, I weathered it up pretty good. It does detach, and the ramps fold down and everything. It's pretty nice, really. So added that, and so the farm can take care of some tree lines and do whatever else needs to be done. The roof, I did get these roofs done for the shop and machine storage, machine shed. Here's where we get into some of the new equipment. I guess again, on my last display update, I said I was going to upgrade the grain cart. So there's the Brent 1196 with the floater tires. We've upgraded combines, S680, and again, that's a John Deere S690 Authentics from Ertl that I just rebadged as an S680. 4-wheel drive. Finally got it done. It's a 9410R, and I took the front weights off. I added the antenna, mirrors, handrails, flasher bars, and wheels and tires. Those are from PRE replicas, I believe. Those are LSWs. I like the look of those LSWs. I didn't really want the big single ones, and he had these. I can't remember what size they are off the top of my head, but those turned out really nice. I like those. I guess I did kind of detail the backup a little bit with the hydraulic remotes and some lights. And we've upgraded this air drill for wheat seeding. They had we still have a little 15-foot crust buster, and farm wanted something a little bit bigger. They're getting more acreage as they grow, so they need something to get the wheat done a little faster. So added that. We've upgraded the bean planter, which is this Kinze 3600 here. It was a 12 split row, whatever that is. We've upgraded to the 16 row, whatever, the bigger one. So a little bit newer. There's some upgrades on the on this model versus the old one. So there's that. I haven't posted that on anywhere, so you'll see that here first, I guess, on the video. Shop, nothing's changed in the shop here. We've got the Rogator with the floater tires in there, getting serviced, and the orange Peterbilt. Guess I better show this again. Everybody likes that service truck. Nothing's new over there, just the house. And I don't know if I showed the landscaping. I did that quite a while ago. Needs a little touch-up work, but I'll get it one of these days. Over here, this house, again, nothing really has changed. I've kind of changed the back patio a little bit. Kind of made it kind of a rounded concrete pad, and that's about it on that. I don't think I had this grain bin weathered up last video. I just thought the farm's bins looked a little too shiny, so I took one and weathered it up. Maybe it'll get a paint job one of these days. The shed here, nothing new in there. I've had all this for a while, so. I think that's about it. Had some people wanting a video of this, and I was going to do one. I just wanted to get this grain bin site a little more finished than what it was, and I think it turned out pretty good. Again, there's more detail to be added. We'll get that as time allows, but just a quick little update here. I'll show you here what I do for pictures, like for Instagram and Facebook. I found this, I guess it's like for bulletin boards for schools. It's just a big roll of it, and I just taped it up to the wall here, and Makes for really nice pictures. Gives it a nice background. And I've also got a piece of poster board that I cut a piece of that to size and glued it to a piece of poster board, and I can take the poster board and move it around different areas of my display, and so that way there's always a sky in the background, basically. All this is down in my basement here, and sometimes the background isn't very eye appealing, so it makes for a really good picture for showing off a piece of equipment or the yard, or anything like that. So I think I got that at Hobby Lobby. It's fairly cheap, and like I said, it's just taped up there on the wall. So before that, I just used to use a piece of light blue poster board and call that good. But I think it really makes a piece of equipment pop when there's a nice background behind it. So I guess one more thing, this windmill here. This is just the Ertl windmill that you get with one of the Farm Country displays. And I weathered it up. I don't know, I'm not real thrilled with the way it turned out, but it kind of looks orange. And, I just used some different color browns and tried to weather it up like rust. And I don't know. We may come up with something better one of these days, but it looked better than just the flat gray that was that it came with. So, but that was probably going to do it for this video. I'm working on a video right now, actually, for my dealership and auction house. Be looking for videos on that. I just put some scenic cement down on here. That's why it looks kind of wet, but it's drying now, and we've got the rock down and some weeds. Next step's going to be to paint some concrete, and then I'll be adding some static grass up on the brown areas there, and then all this equipment here will be getting put on there. So, and I'm basically just building this because I am out of room in my display cabinets and my shelf. So this is just a good way to store equipment, show it off a little bit. And what better way to do that than on display, I guess. So I had the room for a display, just not really any more cabinets, so that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, that'll about do it. Let me know what you guys want to see with this YouTube channel. I don't want to keep posting the same stuff and it get boring. And I've got a decent collection. If you guys want to see that, maybe I've got a whole cabinet dedicated to 4-wheel drive tractors, and I've got some 1/16 scale stuff. Maybe if you'd want to see that, let me know in the comments. We'll get one put together. I got quite a bit of time for this stuff in the winter, and summer, spring, and fall I really don't have a lot of time for the hobby, but winter time is the time to do it. So thanks for watching, and any questions, comment below, and check out the Instagram and Facebook pages for weekly pictures, probably at least weekly, sometimes more. I'm trying to get posting on toytractortimes.com more often, but I don't have good cell service here at my house, and it's hard to do in the evenings on a Monday night, and so I'd post when I can. So all right, thank you guys for watching.